What day is it?
Good morning. It is Saturday. Plan was to leave between 7:30 and 8:30. It is 8:24. Oh well. I am about to load up the refrigerator, load up the last minute things that we're bringing in from the house, and then we're going to hit the road on our way to Texas. Taking the boards out from under the tires. I've rolled off of them. He's gonna stow those up by the house and then we're gonna head out. It is pouring rain, overcast, humid as could be, not the best weather, but it beats driving all day in super blaring sun. So we have about a 6-hour drive ahead of us. We'll probably try and get an hour, 2 hours down the road before our first stop. We'll let the dogs out and walk and keep meandering. At a rest stop in Alabama. We've been on the road for 3-ish hours. It's lunchtime. I'm hungry. I'm gonna make myself a lunch meat sandwich, and Derek has leftover Chinese food that's too spicy for me. We are at stop number 1 for the trip. We are in Livingston, Alabama at an RV park that is not a park, it is a RV park. Sometimes you go to stay where you go to stay. We got here and our site was occupied and I called the number and they said, I don't know, just park wherever. So we parked wherever and everything's fine. Okay, let me be realistic with you. I have washed 0 dishes, I have prepped 0 dinner. I've eaten way too much crappy grocery store guacamole on like half a bag of chips. It's vegan, so it's fine, don't worry about it. Anyway, for real, I'm gonna do dishes and actually make some dinner now. Sunday. We are in Alabama. Today we are driving from Alabama to Mississippi, and I slept in, so I don't have quite as much time to video and faff about as I normally would, but I'll make sure and check in with you guys if anything interesting happens. Otherwise, we'll make it to the next campground today.
2 hours later.
Okay, so I figured out why we were running so late this morning, and it is because time changed. So my normal sleep in a little bit on the weekend but still get up and do stuff in time to be left by like 9 didn't work the way I planned. So anyways, we are somewhere in Mississippi, stopped for lunch. I'm heating up the leftovers from last night, Tofu Burritos, lunchtime. Oh, by the way, I quit my job. I'm gonna give myself 12 months to work on some software that Derek's been working on. It is related to choosing, buying, identifying parts for an RV solar build, and that's exciting. But yeah, my job wouldn't let me travel, and it was time for a new opportunity, so I did it. Okay, it is Tuesday, which means we leave tomorrow. We left the house on Saturday. We spent the night in Alabama. Then we got here to western Louisiana on Sunday. We spent Sunday night, Monday night, and we're going to spend Tuesday night here at this campground. And then tomorrow we arrive at our destination in Texas. So we've been on the road 5-ish days, and it's time to do some maintenance, cleanup. That way when we arrive to our destination and the RV sits empty for about 10 days, it's not going to be a complete mess when it's time to hit the road again. For maintenance, it's 3 general things. Things that move that shouldn't, things that should move that don't, and dog hair. So first of all, things that move that shouldn't. We have a lot of screws in the RV that work their way out over time, mainly the overhead hatches and the actual roof hatches. All of those have screws that need to be tightened regularly that just back themselves out. They're not deep screws and they're not quality mounted wood. So we have some long-term solutions there, but for now it's just make sure everything's tightened every couple weeks. A continuation of things that move that shouldn't. Screws holding the bathroom door on. And more things that move that shouldn't. That's not supposed to wiggle like that. Our magnetic mount is not supposed to be wiggly, so I'm gonna fix that too. Okay, well, that one's completely missing. This is the magnetic attachment that is supposed to go up here, and then there's a magnet on the door that holds to it that keeps it shut when we drive. There are also attachments on the bottom for these cabinet doors, so this hasn't completely failed, but it was acting funny, and this is why. So welcome to RV life. If you're not cleaning it, you're fixing it. If you're not fixing it, you're cleaning it. And if you're not fixing it or cleaning it, then the weather sucks and you can't go out. Anyway, we're going to repair this, and this is why we do constant maintenance. Slight change of plans. That did not fall out because it rattled and unscrewed itself. It fell out because the screws actually completely stripped the wood around them. So I'm going to replace one of them with a longer screw that's self-tapping, and eventually we're going to have to deal with the actual stripped holes. Not today's problem. Number 2 is things that should move but don't. And that's where WD-40 comes in. Not a big list of things to do, but the hatches on the outside of the RV are getting very sticky, probably from Utah and the Southwest getting all the dirt and dust and grime in there. But we're gonna make those loosen up a little bit. Time to deal with dog hair. Honestly, I usually only clean the dash like once every couple of stops, but we didn't clean it before we left, so it's time. Brush, clean out. We keep lens wipes stocked up here. They are for our phones, for our sunglasses, and also for this screen that gets really, really dusty. Adjuster completely for show. Can't see literally anything out of it. Rear view mirror. Chair just broke. First night we were here, we had spaghetti, which is not really that interesting. Pasta sauce, Boca crumbles. It's spaghetti. Who eats spaghetti camping? Second night we were here last night, we had biscuits and sausage. Not camping meals, not very interesting. We made everything just on the propane stove inside, but tonight, slightly more interesting. I don't know. We're having Prager burgers and salad. I'm gonna chop up some onions to grill with the burgers. And the rest of dinner is not really that interesting, but I'll show you the bits and pieces of it, and then I'll show you what it looks like ready to eat. So, Dr. Prager Perfect Burgers. We have salad mix. That is kind of difficult to find because almost all the pre-bagged salads have some sort of like creamy dressing or cheese on them. This is Thai chili mango. I hate it because it's too spicy and I'm a big baby, but food's food. And buns. What day is it? It's Wednesday. It is leaving this campground day, and today we arrive at our family's place in Texas. So this morning I had a really slow morning. I drank my coffee outside. I ate my bagel outside. I didn't really get anything productive done. It is 9:42 local. We have to be completely out of the campsite by 11, which means that I still need to unhook water, power, and dump our tanks and do all the other little getting stuff together. Derek is walking the dogs, and he'll have to continue working as we're getting out the door. So it's mostly going to be me this morning. So let's get to it. Is under the truck right now. Before we leave this campground, we are planning on tightening the bolts on the U-bolts that are holding the steering stabilizer in place with the frame. We noticed that the truck started pulling pretty badly about 4 hours into the drive the first day. Last stop, we went ahead and straightened it out, tightened everything up. It was great for another 4 hours or so, but by the time we got here to this campground, it was pulling again. So we think that the nuts on the U-bolts that are holding the steering stabilizer to the frame are kind of loosening up. The answer to that is to Loctite it, but we don't want to commit to that until we're somewhere that we're perfectly level. We know everything's perfectly straightened out. So for now, we'll just keep tightening at each stop, and then we'll deal with that when we get home. So we crossed over the Texas line and stopped at Atwood's, which is like a tractor supply company, like a co-op sort of thing. And everything's bigger in Texas. You know, in case you and 35 of your friends all want popcorn on the same day. We made it. We need to unload, go see our family, and that's about all we have to it, to the trip down to Texas. But we're here safely. It was pretty uneventful. It's a good trip.